All right, you ready?
Yep.
Hi, Indy.
That's not Indy.
That was my dogs.
Whoops, sorry. Sorry, Indy.
I know that was Aggie. Actually,
Aggie and Chloe.
she's the small, high-pitched one. Okay, here we go.
Ready? Hit it.
What?
Oh, my next podcast is going to be with professionals.
Yeah.
Trying this again.
Yes, Mr. Cooper?
Hit it.
Oh, is that what you were going to say?
Yes.
Okay, hit it.
Hey everybody, welcome to What Drives Us, episode 55, recorded March 9th, 2011. I'm Danny Cooper from PriusChat.com. I am the Charlie Sheen of this show.
Oh, okay.
And here is one of my... I'd like to introduce one of my goddesses, Mr. Russell Frost.
Touche, Mr. Cooper. I'm speechless. My name is Russell Frost, and I am from PriusOwnersGroup.com. And welcome to the show, live chatters and iTunes and subscribers.
Yes, we'd like to welcome everybody to the show. This is our third live episode. We record every Wednesday night around 9 o'clock. Tonight we're starting a little bit late, but we're going to maybe try to be on time next week. Who knows? We're recording it whether you're here or not, so if you'd like to join, great. If not, well...
The hell with you.
Yeah, or at least download it.
Yeah.
Download it 10 times as penance. How about that?
I like that.
Okay. Tony is taking the week off because he has... I guess a job or something. Things to do.
Something to do with an explosion or
I thought it
something.
was no issues.
He works for a company that I believe does something with energy, and he sent us an email referring to an explosion. So watch CNN tonight, and you'll probably know what's going on.
Well, we hope you're well, Tony.
Yeah.
See a skinny, pale guy running around. That's Tony.
If you want to hear us live and chat in our chat room during the show, you can always go to whatdrives.us/live, 9 o'clock Eastern Time every Wednesday night. Or you can just click on the live button there on the whatdrives.us website. This week, Russell and I are just very pleased to be joined by the remaining members of our regular panel. We're going to start out with the...
Nice. I mean, yeah, we're stuck with the leftovers. It's not-
I'm a remainder.
Why don't you just say it?
the woman in the burning state of Wisconsin. It's Linda Weideman.
Hi, everybody. Your token chick, ready to have a great podcast.
Thank you, Token Chick. Thanks for being on. And we've got the man that makes our... Well, he helps us reach our Honda quota. It's Jason Holder.
I guess that makes me the token Honda guy.
Exactly.
There you go.
Okay, I'm honored.
How much different from being the token chick when you think about it?
I guess not.
This week...
Can't wait for the emails on that one. Yeah.
We can actually segue kind of right into our first topic for tonight, which is hybridcars.com article that told us about a slight little hiccup issue with a 2006 through 2007 Honda Civic Hybrid.
Indeed.
The DC to DC converters, which I don't think that means driving around the Beltway in DC. This is probably something else, right?
I'm guessing, yeah. And that may have been regional humor that most of our listeners
you have to be an East Coast, like Mid-Atlantic person to get that.
Yeah, apparently there is a little boo-boo. I'm just curious, Jason, being the Honda guy that you are, have you heard anything about this?
I haven't. I was a little surprised when I saw this in our email as far as what we were going to cover tonight. I've known quite a few HCH owners, and most of them, to be honest, are 2006 and 2007 automobiles, and I haven't heard anybody talking about 12-volt issues that would be stemming from a malfunctioning DC to DC converter. You guys know what the DC to DC converter is in this car? I assume the Prius has something very, very similar. Are you familiar?
I would love to hear you talk about it.
Well, it's not. I was going to say it's pretty simple. It's not simple at all. But basically, what it's doing, you can think of it as a step-down transformer. It's taking the high voltage, from the traction battery, and it's stepping it down to the 12-volt to, essentially, it's functioning as the alternator. If the car, if it wasn't the hybrid car, it would have an alternator. Well, in lieu of that, it's a DC to DC converter. So, I understand what they're saying here in this article about engine stalling or malfunction of the headlights, because what you'd be experiencing at that point is just no 12-volt power that would be powering things like your ignition, your spark, that is, fuel pump, headlights, or whatever. I've never heard anybody talk about having a problem in that area, but I guess, according to this, quite a few have or could potentially. So
apparently 36,000 of them, huh?
That's how many are being recalled from 06 and 07. I assume that's every single HCH sold for the 2006 and 2007 model year, or at least the ones that have this determined to be malfunctioning or potentially malfunctioning component.
Yeah. Not so good.
But that'd be expensive, right?
It sounds like a fairly expensive component. But yeah, like Jason went into, it's an internal failure that could lead to engine stalling, or headlights will stop working. I assume the taillights will probably stop working. Maybe the radio, anything that basically relies on the 12-volt power.
It'll stop charging your iPhone.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's bullshit.
That's when you
Maybe
guys
we have
would
to
really
get a fuel cell to do that.
Later on in the show, Linda. Later on.
Oh, my bad.
So, I mean, I guess is the silver lining here, cheers to Honda for fessing up and issuing the recall and replacing this part? Is that the next way to...
As opposed to denying it, you mean?
Yeah.
I think that's a silver lining, yeah.
I guess.
Jason, let me ask you this from a technical perspective. Sure. Could DC conversion or failure of DC conversion lead to the issues that Honda is having with some of the batteries?
No, I don't think so. The IMA lights that come on in these cars from time to time, indicates a malfunction of the high voltage battery. Sometimes a low, 12-volt system can falsely trigger an IMA light. I've heard that from a few people, and I've never encountered that myself. But I know some Honda hybrid owners have recommended unplugging the energy vampires, like some of us run the scan gauge, some of us in fact run 2 or more, to unplug that if the car is going to be sitting for a while, because some devices still plugged in are actually using a little bit of energy. It certainly doesn't help things. I'm sure as if your 12-volt system is low, it's going to be calling for more current from the DC to DC converter. A situation like this could put extra load on the high voltage system, but I don't think, personally from my experience, my car isn't in this range, and I've had typical, battery issues that most Civic Hybrid owners have, and apparently my DC to DC converter is, as far as I know, not prone to this malfunction that they're talking about here. It said something about a diode or something that could have burned up or whatever. But
Well,
I personally don't think that would be causing. I think that Honda's problems with their batteries are it's something else. I don't think it's due to this. It would be nice if it was something this simple, and I'm using scare quotes. It's simple.
Simple.
It's not something I could fix, I'm sure, but simple.
not like a floor mat kind of change or something.
Nice.
Nice
Just-
and undercutting there.
Just tossing that one in there.
Yeah. Well, not really too much else to talk about this that I can really think of, but it is what it is.
Oh, that was deep.
You like how I throw out this wonderful insight that I have?
Was that a pun?
Okay, moving on to the next story.
Yeah. There are times you really think you should be hosting the show alone, aren't there? Yeah.
Supposed to
So
say no
next,
now, Danny.
on to the next story.
Next news. Yeah.
Moving on.
No, actually, there's times I think you should be hosting the show on your own, to be honest with you.
Oh!
But
Burn.
I was trying to burn myself, guys. I don't know how the hell you took that.
Oh, I thought that was a...